Dark fantasy lovers, gather up because today we're diving into 6 completed series that deliver chaos, brilliance, trauma, and villains who seriously need better hobbies. Kicking off with number 6, Dorohedoro. Dorohedoro is that anime your friend recommends with a suspicious grin, and halfway through episode 1, you understand exactly why. They're chaotic. This show throws you into a world where sorcerers treat regular humans like practice dummies, and somehow it's still hilarious. We've got Cayman, a dude with a literal lizard head, walking around just trying to figure out who turned him into a budget Godzilla. And every time he grabs someone's head and that weird guy appears in his mouth, I swear, even my soul takes a step back. What makes Dorohedoro elite dark fantasy isn't just the grime, gore, and absurd brutality. It's the insane mix of comedy and world building. One moment, you're watching a dude get sliced open like it's half-off surgery day, and the next moment, Nikaido is serving up food so good it could end wars. The villains? Honestly, too stylish for the crimes they commit. Shin and Noi walk in dressed like they're about to drop a mixtape and casually dismantle a whole building. It's violent, it's funny, it's unhinged, but incredibly smart under all the madness. The tone flips so fast you get emotional whiplash, but in the best possible way. If you want a world that feels alive, dangerous, and way too entertaining, this is the one. Trust me, once you dive in, you won't surface sane. Sliding to number 5, Tokyo Ghoul Seasons 1 to 2. Tokyo Ghoul Seasons 1 and 2 are the definition of peak, drop, ascend again, and emotionally ruin fans along the way. Kaneki starts off as this soft, introverted college boy who just wants to read books and mind his business, and the universe says, nope, tragedy speedrun. One date later, and my guy becomes a half-ghoul forced into a life where coffee is delicious, but everything else wants to kill him. Season 1 delivers some of the coldest dark fantasy moments ever animated. The whole world is drenched in misery, the CCG is too dedicated to their jobs, and ghouls are just trying to vibe but society won't let them. That torture arc? Unforgettable. The Jason fight? Legendary. Kaneki's character shift? Still one of anime's most iconic glow-ups and breakdowns. Season 2? Okay, look, it's messy. But it's the kind of messy that's still entertaining. Like watching your favorite cousin start drama at a family party. The emotional stakes shoot up, character relationships get complicated, and the final battle leaves you staring at the screen like you just got broken up with via text. Say what you want, Tokyo Ghoul knows how to grab your feelings, shred them, sweep the remains into a box, and hand it back politely. It's dark fantasy with heart, trauma, and aesthetics sharper than Kaneki's Kagune. Landing on number 4? Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing Ultimate doesn't just enter the dark fantasy genre. It kicks down the door, reloads a gun the size of an armchair, and declares itself king. This anime is pure, unfiltered chaos, wrapped in gothic aesthetics, and stitched together with some of the most dramatic voice acting ever recorded. Alucard walks around like a walking flex. Immortal? Check. Stylish? Check. Disrespectful in every single fight? Double check. Every battle in Hellsing Ultimate is basically an orchestra of destruction. Bullets with holy inscriptions, regenerating vampires, Nazi armies for some reason. This show said, what if World War III but make it supernatural and way too hype? Even Integra smokes a cigar like she's personally keeping the economy running. And the violence? Oh, it's not normal violence. It's the animators had too much fun violence. Characters regenerate limbs like they're on a buy-one-get-one-free sale, and Alucard's idea of diplomacy is turning into a demonic swarm that traumatizes everyone within a 10-mile radius. But beneath all the bloodshed, there's a surprisingly strong thematic spine: loyalty, monstrosity, and what it means to wield power without losing yourself. Hellsing Ultimate doesn't just entertain. It stomps on your senses, kisses your forehead, and tells you to come back for more. It's bold, theatrical, and unapologetically wild. If dark fantasy had a rock concert, this would headline. Looking at number 3, Black Butler. Here's where the mood gets classy, creepy, and low-key ridiculous, in the best way possible. Black Butler is the anime equivalent of ordering a fancy dessert and realizing it's filled with emotional poison. We follow CL Phantom Hive, a traumatized child CEO who handles business like he's running a Victorian mafia, and Sebastian, a demon butler who is frankly too perfect at everything. Cooking? Perfect. Fighting? Perfect. Being dramatic for no reason? Olympic gold medalist. The vibes in this show are immaculate. Victorian England, supernatural mysteries, morally questionable justice, and Sebastian smiling like he knows you're broke. The dark fantasy elements hit hard. Cults, grim reapers, conspiracies, child trafficking rings. This world doesn't play fair. And Seal? That boy is fueled by trauma and Earl Grey tea. The comedy sneaks in beautifully. Every side character is either insane, incompetent, or strangely brilliant. The Butler Squad is a menace. Grell shows up like a walking gender-fluid threat to everyone's mental stability. And Sebastian? He's the original, I could kill you, but I'll make it fashion character. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. This series balances elegance and brutality so smoothly, you don't realize how dark it gets until someone politely dies. Dropping to number 2, Dororo. Dororo hits different. It takes classic dark fantasy, dips it in heartbreak, then sprinkles sword fights all over it. We follow Hyakimaru, a wandering warrior born without limbs, eyes, ears, basically everything except plot armor, because his dad sold his body parts to demons for political power. Worst Father of the Year doesn't even begin to cover it. Every episode feels like a folktale written by someone who's tired of happiness. Hyakimaru regains a body part each time he defeats a demon, but the show constantly asks, at what cost? The emotional weight piles up fast, especially when you realize the world doesn't magically become better just because the protagonist wins a fight. Dororo, the kid traveling with him, is the heart of the show. Funny, stubborn, brave, and always ready to yell at Hyakimaru like an overworked single parent. Their dynamic carries the emotional core, grounding the story in something human while everything around them turns bleak. The action is incredible, but the themes hit even harder. Identity, morality, family betrayal, and what it means to reclaim a life that was never yours to begin with. It's beautiful, brutal, and unforgettable. Dark fantasy fans, this one's essential viewing. And finally, number 1, Death Note. Death Note isn't just dark fantasy, it's psychological warfare with supernatural seasoning. Light Yagami picks up a notebook and immediately decides he's the main character of the universe. Forget gradual corruption. My guy speedruns God Complex like he's trying to unlock an achievement. Watching Light and L outsmart each other is peak entertainment. It's two geniuses playing 5D chess while everyone else is playing tic-tac-toe in the corner. The Shinigami realm adds that eerie supernatural layer. And Ryuk? He's just chilling, eating apples, watching humans destroy themselves like it's primetime TV. The tension is unmatched. Every episode makes you clench your soul. And even when Light does something unforgivable, he does it with so much confidence you start to question your own moral compass. The soundtrack goes harder than it should. Those choir chants make doing laundry feel like a forbidden ritual. Death Note stays iconic because it isn't afraid to dive into darkness. Power, justice, manipulation, ego. It's clever, stylish, and addictive. A true masterpiece that defined a whole era of dark fantasy hype. And that wraps up 6 completed dark fantasy anime that deliver chaos, brilliance, and unforgettable storytelling. Let me know which one shocked you the most, and drop your own recommendations in the comments. If you enjoyed hanging out with me today, hit like, subscribe, and share the video to support the channel. More anime fire coming soon.